Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is the scene Living World of Darkness rage across New York. The scene's taking place about an hour after Emmett Wilson's challenge. During his challenge, which was very heartfelt, beautiful stories were told, and really kind of did his auspice proud. He had noticed that when Alan Stewart was calling out people to add their voices in opinion, when Sam was called on, he seemed very distant and very distracted while he was giving his answer, and essentially rode on Book's answer, not quite giving his own. And very shortly after basically calling Emmett Rhea and uh, walking away, or that he walked away from the scene. Uh, in true, almost Shadow Lord slash Sam fashion, it wasn't broody or overly dramatic or emo-ish. It was more just kind of quiet, just kind of in his own world. Even his packmate noticed that he probably needed a little bit of distance as he went off to talk to Emmett or Alan. But seeing that Emmett and Sam are somewhat friends, Emmett decides to track Sam down about an hour later. Um, you find Sam sitting uh, near a tree, and he has some thick, springy branches, uh, and he has a pocket knife, and he seems to be carving the bark off of the branches, um, with a very kind of his brow is drawn, and he's kind of appears to be very deep in thought as he's just slowly stripping the sticks of their bark basically.
How you doing, bud?
Hmm? He'll kind of look up, like shaken out of his thoughts. Oh, I'm fine.
You don't look fine.
And kind of he sighs softly and just kind of strips off a little more wood. You did wonderful tonight. Your stories were beautiful. Yes, I can tell you put a lot of work into it.
Well,
I
thank
know
you.
that I know that storytelling is not mm, your forte. You said it before, so it's the fact that you were able to overcome that obstacle and yet still tell such an engaging tale was impressive.
Yeah. I'm much better at things like this, whatever this is. I tend to pull people up when they fall down. That's the kind of galliard I am, I figured out.
And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. Even in the rollers of the auspices, there is a place for everyone. Me, for instance, I am a bit of a battle theurge and a talents master. It seems as though uh, Kotori is more of a right master and a spirit, like a lawkeeper. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Kachina seems more of a true, what you would call maybe in gaming, battle mage, and is a bit more social than the rest of us. And there are many bases that need to be covered by the auspices. And you are a lawkeeper as well. I could see you writing for the Silver Record one day if you apply yourself.
Oh, thank you.
And I have seen galliards whose words are committed to the Silver Records.
But tell me, there's something up with you. You didn't want to mention it back in front of the crane statue for good reason. There's a fuck ton of people around. But looks around, sees no one. This is a safe place.
Whenever you hear great stories of romance, love, of things which you spoke of tonight, you never hear of the kind of relationship I was born to desire. You never hear of two men finding each other amongst all impossible odds, loving each other with their mind, bodies, and spirits. You never hear of two women who were light to each other's path. It is always a man and a woman. I understand it's important to propagate the species, even of humanity, that it should be that. But there are not very many positive homosexual role models in legend. Homosexuality is seen either as a decadence and at best, and a sin, a grave slight at worst. And it's very hard when you are gay to have something to compare your love to. I've been in love twice in my life. The first time it was a child's love. We were two boys. We were young. I was 16, he was 16 as well. And we found each other. We shared each other. We learned on each other. The second time I just turned 18. I'm nearing my 20th birthday now. And I fell in love with an older man. He was in his 50th year. He died. He went on a mission and he died. But I loved him so much. He was a theurge as well. They said this night sky has the same attitude as this sept does, that as long as a metis cannot be produced from the union, it doesn't violate the litany. But we also were discreet in our affairs, as most Shadow Lords are. We don't tend to advertise our relationships anywhere. And he took my breath away the first time I saw him. Literally, I couldn't. It was though as everything in the world didn't exist before he came into my life. The mere mention of my name on his lips was enough to send my heart racing. I was infatuated with him. And then that infatuation grew to respect, care, and I grew to love him. I didn't even engage him physically until his infatuation had worn off. He told me, wait, hold on, you are young, you will burn us out. He was a very beautiful German man. Grey hair, black. He's trying to think of the word for goatee in English, and he can't, but you can get the sense of what he's saying. It was, so part of me felt I wanted to spend my life with him. And he did as well. But he belonged to a very, very, very dangerous pack. Very dangerous. And he knew he was on borrowed time. And being of the rank he was elder. And he always told me to enjoy what time we have now, because he did not feel the next day he was going to wake up in my house. And one day he left to go on actually a very simple mission. It was a mortal who ended up taking him down in the end. He just sorted it out. His pack came back and told me he had fallen in battle, and I put on a happy face and said that I was glad that he had served Gaia, his grandfather, and he died for our cause, and inside I felt like I was dying. And I swore I'd never love again. Of course, once that healed, once the pain of it began to fade, and it became... It's not that the pain is less, it's just less often, you know? As I know that he would want me to be... He always said to me, you're so young, you're so young. You have your whole life ahead of you. I felt that even though he died, he wanted me to find love again, you know? But two things. One, and this may surprise you, but America is not as liberal as Germany is with LGBT rights. In Germany, if you are gay, it's... Huh?
I was just going to say that actually doesn't surprise me that much.
Well, you see, at one point in Germany, LGBT rights were quite a concern, if you understand me. It could get you killed, and it did. So very egalitarian now about it. I never had a problem with the fact that I was gay in Germany until actually an American soldier decided to make something of it. But I find that I'm having a lot of trouble finding a partner here. And the second thing is amongst the nation, it's even harder. As kinfolk, they, at the end of the day, when they indulge in sexual dalliance with another man, fall in love, decide to stay in a homosexual relationship, it means that they have possibly spurned off the breeding. And let's be honest, as much as we try to be egalitarian about it, it's still a very important priority. I could choose to be with another girl, but that is hard too. Because at the end of the day, who's to say that they're not going to come back home to me again? Then I know that that's our life. I know that that's the ways that we live. I'm not so sure I want to court that. So I am lonely, and I wish I had somebody to wake up next to, and that I had someone to share my life with, and to share my joys with. But I don't think it's going to happen. And I see that a little more every day, no matter what people say. I know people say, Sam, hold out hope. No, it'll be fine. No, it's okay. But I think I'm starting to become okay with the fact that I don't think that that is in my stars. I'll actually smile softly. Just afraid a minute. I'll kind of strip the wood a little bit more.
I'm going to say that never is a long time. You're barely 20, Sam. Things take time. Love takes time. If I learned anything from my challenge, that was it. All of those people, they worked for what they had. I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen a relationship here yet that started off as some kind of fairy tale thing. Like I said before, it was something that they all had to work towards. In some cases, that affection, that infatuation is something that can be earned once you get to know somebody. And I think that you need to let yourself feel those things. You need to let yourself be vulnerable for somebody.
I'm glad you realize what the problem is. It's not that I'm going too fast or expected too fast. It's that it's hard for me to put kind of emotion around them, let go of this now. I was born for a purpose, and I serve Grandfather Santa.
Well,
It's a part of me that wishes that I could be attracted to women so that I could at least breed and do my duty to Gaia and do right by a woman. But I don't think I can. I've considered it. I mean, if I had to. I mean, I'm not saying, like, if it was forced on me, I have the ability to. I mean, I've never even kissed a woman. But um, I think if I had to be with a woman, I would. But there's a part of me that is falling into an acceptance that I guess what it is that I always have been like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If I do fall in love, then good, all the better. But it seems like coming to this set that is something that you put a lot of importance on, and I have never really put that much importance on it, to be honest. I assumed that if it would happen, you'd follow my lap. But woohoo! Try finding yourself a strapping, handsome man to sweep you off your feet. It's not that easy. And let's not even add into there's the love, there's the romance, the lifelong relationship. Right now, I'd just be happy to have a fling. One night stand all the way. I don't care. Emmett, I know I told you this, so don't be surprised. I know one of the undead who, if I called her right now, she would probably rock my world. I wanted to get my first taste of a woman. The other night I was so lonely I actually considered it for 2 seconds. I thought of going female. It's vampire. That's to tell you how desperate I got for a moment. But then I asked Grandfather Santa to give me the strength to not sleep with an undead female vampire. I'm torn between a rock and a hard place. One half of me wants to get laid, the other half wants to finish these talons, go about my life and my business. My hormones are crazy. I hate being 19. I wish I was. I can't wait for 30. Oh, I can't wait to turn 30. You know, you never told the story of your love. And you have had love.
I've been close with a couple of people in the past.
At a game, I just realized that if you're uncomfortable about it because it crosses streams a little bit, I just remembered that. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Don't worry about it.
Actually, there's like one other he could talk about. I'll just say, there was my, before you came onto the set, I had a best friend named Vale. Kin, really great guy. This is gonna sound weird, but I hooked up with his dad. I was with his dad for a little bit.
That's not weird.
Um, just because it was my best friend's dad.
Did you love him? Well, what, I mean, did he make you happy?
Yeah, I think so.
What's your problem?
Yeah,
Remember, I look older.
we kind of realized. Well, we kind of realized that I was a very, very distant person. I wasn't in the best of places at that point in my life. Um, what I needed was that companionship. Um, we ended things on very good note. We're still friends. We still talk every so often. Um, but before Nico was his name, before Nico, there was Viviana.
What's that name? If ever there was a woman that could get my attention, her name would have to be some variant of that name. I love that name.
Yeah, vegan. Well, Viviana was this vegan at the sandwich shop that I used to frequent, called the
See,
Art
now you lost.
Gallery.
He'll destroy and
Huh?
see, now you lost. Now you lost me. Can't
Yeah,
be
no.
vegan.
Um, as I, um, well, it started off with just me and Viviana talking about things like politics, um, the failure of meat eating. This was before my change, mind you. Failure of meat eating. We talked about religion, stuff like that. She was a very intellectually stimulating person, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
She was really what got me through working that dead end job at that call center.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she was kind, selfless, absolutely beautiful. Um, but she started to pull away from me. Um, I wasn't sure why. I tried with all my heart to try and keep her with me. I wrote her poems. I sang her songs. Yeah, I did whatever I could, and she just said, "I'm sorry. You just come off as a different person now. You give off this menacing aura now, and I don't understand why." It was only after my first change that I realized that was rage.
Mm-hmm.
Am I mad at her? No. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
He sneezes. Sorry. I had to sneeze.
Gesundheit? Or am I butchering that pronunciation?
Yes, you did. But it's okay.
Okay.
I'm starting to think maybe I'm allergic to splash. My eyes are water. So one thing there's a girl who can suffer from allergies. Because the immune system has gone crazy. No more playing with willow branches. Got it. Yeah, his eyes are starting to water. Mine are too. I'm mildly allergic to my rabbit. He was like all up on me. Um, but I'm just rolling to see. I just I think one of my problems right now is that I don't have enough direction. I need I need more. You know, Of course, I'm German. Like I can't breathe without saying it. Um, I think okay, so the way Germans are and the way our lifestyle is, it's very, and also from being from a military family, we have very organization, place. You have everything is very ordered. American culture is completely the opposite, and I find myself craving structure. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I think with being the alpha of this pack, it is going to help me for that structure I need to be able to have something to have some striation and to have some, you know what I mean. Do you know why I turned down Contemplates the Mercy?
Wasn't too sure on it.
Think very deeply. I didn't feel enough of that spark from him. And he didn't, I didn't feel a passion for him. He's a very handsome man. He's beautiful, that's no question. And he's very quiet. Contemplates the Mercy is a good name for him. He's a beautiful individual. And I'm sure one day he will make somebody very happy. But for me, I couldn't feel myself engaged enough with him. And I could have dealt with a more sexual, physical relationship. You know. But the problem was, is I felt as though there was not enough to justify. And also, I think he and I are on two different paths as far as that goes. I think we desire different things, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It was not easy for me to tell him that I think we needed to stay friends. So part of me, directly after I hit into the kicked myself the whole way. And all he said back was okay. He didn't even say anything more than that. Literally, okay. I was hoping that he was not very well, my problem is I imagined that it did not affect him. And that was my problem. I didn't feel that kind of passion from him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That kind of need. I can't believe you called bro code.
Can't believe what?
You called on bro code?
That goes doubly. Like, it's like my pack mate. He's like my pack mate now. And yeah.
Didn't ask you to marry me.
I know, but still.
Horrible. If he was a bro, he'd understand.
Say again?
If he was your bro, he'd understand.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I don't want you, you're not my type. He'll kind of just flick a piece of bark at him.
All right.
He'll smile sweetly at him. And it's genuinely like a platonic, like soft, sweet smile. You know, for once, I'm actually tired. I had a very long day at work today, and then this. Just get me to sleep. Oh my god, deeply. Standing up. Can tuck the branches into his bag. I'm working on something with Senna. These are for. Oh! Yes, I think I'm allergic to them.
Yeah, let's get you out of here, bud. Let's get you some sleep.
He'll chuckle and he'll say, I'll see you later, okay? And again,
Yeah, I'll see you later.
You really did do a magnificent job. I can't wait to see what you do for action. Hopefully it is as elegant and engaging as tonight was.
Hopefully.
Fine. But you're probably going to suck. That's what it was. No one get him. Good night. Hot as the candle, yeah.
Stop calling her Raya.
Every time I see you now until you wear off.
No.
Oh yeah, I need help with this. Yeah, I can't open the door. This jar is being sticky.
God damn it.
He'll tip his hat and bow to him. Goodbye. Nothing else said. I'll see you later.
Sweet.
Unless you're reading off to do, he'll end the stream now.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Now you fuck out of here. Stop this broadcast. Y'all people don't get a goodbye. Do what you gonna do.